It's got to be bigger than that. I don't think that's what it is. I think Obama. I think what you said is one. I think to Obama, it's.
You think relevance and legacy matters to him?
I think he may be the coolest cat we've had as a president I've ever seen, minus Reagan. Remember what I said. I didn't say policies. You ever seen Obama lose his mind? Have you ever seen Obama flip out?
Smooth.
Maybe 4 times, 5 times the entire 8 years.
I don't think I've ever seen him. I don't think I've ever seen Obama angry where he snaps in a way where some of these other guys have snapped. I don't think I've ever seen any time that take place. Obama doesn't. If Obama wants to do whatever Obama wants to do, Obama's at a point right now. Young guy, he's still got a lot of living to do. He's going to stay relevant. He can do whatever he wants to do. People are going to want to participate.
Huge 60.
Yeah, so
crazy.
He's not even 60. You got to remember
Chat's
that.
going crazy, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think he's sitting there worried about if he's going to get another project. This has simply got to come from a point of, okay, I've done what I've done, but can you imagine? Because think about it this way. The whole story of Lawrence Miller, the book, Barbarians to Bureaucrats, that every society goes through a few different phases. You got the prophet, you got the barbarian, which prophet in this setting would be who? The founding fathers. Barbarians would be who? The Industrial Revolution, the soldiers that went out there and they fought for freedom. Okay, that's not him.
Lincoln and Teddy Roosevelt.
Builders and the Explorer. You put Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan Chase, Carnegie's. That's the builder and the explorer. Then you got the administrators. Administrators are who? The lawyers. Let's put some laws together, right?
It really starts with Eisenhower.
Right. So then you got, so that's taxes, 1913, right? 1906. That's when SEC, you got all that other stuff that comes in 1913. Taxes
Federal income tax starts at the end of World War I.
So then after that, you have the bureaucrats and aristocrats. That's the last phase. And you know what happens when you get the bureaucrats and aristocrats? Then comes the fall. We are at the bureaucrats and aristocrats phase. Here's the part. If President Obama wants to be known as the synergist that brought it together, if Obama wants to be known as the synergist, there will only be one in this area. There won't be 6 synergists. If you want to be a synergist where you bring it together, you have a level that you go to that you're in a league of your own. That's all there is to it.
Because right now, his legacy is one of division. There's no way that he can do it.
A lot of people will say that, but a lot of people will say that about Trump as well. You can't just say it on one side. A lot of people will say the legacy on both sides.
They're mirror opposites.
What I'm trying to say is both of them will be able to say, look, set aside the money. I don't even care what you do with the money. I want you to give it to the following charity here, et cetera, et cetera. Great. Hey, maybe they'll even contact me and they'll say, if you get to $200 million, we'll do it. I'll go raise the money. I don't have a problem with the money. Whatever the number is, we'll go raise the money if they want to happen. And maybe we'll even do this that it's official we're doing and we're going to give the money to whoever the charity may be. We'll pull that off. That is not a challenge to do. But a synergist is a permanent legacy that will be talked about for hundreds and hundreds of years. That is a very, very unique place to be. Bring it to the lowest level. Bring it to the lowest level. Let's go to the lowest level, okay? People are texting me right now saying, Pat, I will put $500,000 right now. I'll put $250,000 right now. These are friends of mine that are business people. Say, this guy, I will put up $100,000 right now for that interview, okay?
So that's individual chats. What's happening here? Who's putting money on us?
I don't know what's going on here. Let me go back to my point here, Tom. So to go back to this thing,
synergist.
Synergist. Yeah. So okay, go back to your family. Go back to your family. Go to your family and think about the 2 relatives that nobody could have brought them together. Mm-hmm. Who are the 2 relatives? No, you don't need to say the names, but you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Every family has them. Here's a question: did they ever come together?
It took a death.
Who brought them together?
The death of my grandmother.
Okay, it took a death of a grandmother.
It took a death.
Okay, so the death could be what? The fall of an empire.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So do you remember yours? You don't need to say who it is, but did that ever happen in your family?
Yeah, it was my parents getting married, and they both have told me what happened and who was there. It was amazing.
And so the marriage brought them together.
The wedding itself brought them together, but then at the reception, no bad words were spoken, but they went their ways.
So my mom and dad said they'll never be in the same room together once they got a divorce. From July 15.
Excuse me, they were in the same pew in the front row together for 60 minutes for the wedding, and everybody was shocked. And afterwards, they were very polite, but they left. To your point.
So July 15 to 89, we escaped Iran. That was the last time my mom and dad were in the same room together. When they got a divorce, my mom said, I'll never be in the same room as your dad. My dad said, he'll never be in the same room with your mom. I said, great, no problem. I'm getting married. So they call me, so we haven't got an invitation. I said, it's because you're not invited yet. They said, what do you mean we're not invited? I said, you think the first time you're going to meet each other is at my wedding? You think
it's a one-room wedding.
Yeah. So I said, you think I said, the only way you're invited to the wedding is if you guys are willing to sit down and have a conversation together. Mom and dad came together at my house. They spent 3 hours together after 20 years of not being in the same room. And then I said, are you guys able to do this? We can. Then we did. My wedding pictures right now, every time I look at the family wedding pictures, you see the picture there? It's so, every time I watch it, I crack up because nobody knows the politics behind it. To me, I look at my dad's face and my mom's face. It's only two faces I look at when I look at that picture right there. It's classic. The point is this. In every family, someone unites. I call it the Doug mentality. Diffuse, unify, glue. Diffuse, unify, glue. Diffuse, unify, glue. You have to diffuse the issues that we have today in order to unify and be the glue. Glue brings people together. The media is the complete opposite, is divide, divide, divide. That's all they do. Whatever they can do to impose conflicts against each other is divide, divide, divide. We want to diffuse. We want to unify. We want to be glue. If these guys were to come together, it wouldn't be for the money. I agree. If they have a number that they want us to raise and make this happen, we'll go out there and make it happen. I don't even want this thing to be, some people call me and they said, you're probably going to go sell this on pay-per-view. You're going to go sell this to ABC. You're going to go sell this to this. That's what I don't want to do. Matter of fact, I'll even do it in a way to not even monetize this, for people to realize this needs to happen. This is not about a monetization type of a stuff. This is, we need to have this thing to become a reality. If you want this thing to happen, let's go out there and do it. I want to see this happen because I'd like to look back and say, okay, look, in reality, who has more experience when it comes down to the stuff that happens at U.S. government? Us, Trump, or Obama?
Oh, my God, Trump and Obama.
Trump and Obama. Okay, great. Well, let's come on down. Let's sit down. Here's how I see it. When I process this, the reason I haven't announced it for the last 5 weeks, what's a week before 4th of July? Say June 28th. So June 28th to today is what? Exactly 4 weeks, right? It was a Saturday or Sunday.
Sunday.
We had a gathering for, I don't know what it was about. Matter of fact, no, I'm sorry. It was a week before Brooklyn was born. It was like June 20th or something.
Correct.
Baby shower at the house. Yeah. I don't even remember what the date was for that.
Yeah.
Was it mid-June? It's got to be 6 weeks ago.
Anyway, right before Labor Day. It was before that because I was still in Dallas, and you called me, Tom, what do you think of this and this and this?
That's right.
And I said, let's process this. I love the idea. I'll see you next week.
It was in your old place in Boca. Yeah. You had the whole team over there, and then things were kind of settling down. And, we were like, dude, you're about to have your 4th kid, man. And you were like, man, you had like this moment of like reservation. Like, I hope that she has the same country that my other kids are growing up in. And that's when it was like, well, okay, yeah, these are tense times for sure, man. And you were like, okay, what can I do? I'm gonna bring Obama and Trump together. And we were like, okay, how are you gonna do that? No, I'm gonna do it. All right.
I thought about it, and here's what I thought about. So if this happens, China's gonna have a few steps back to take. Okay. Number two, you know what I'd like to see happen with this? First, we do the discourse, the civil discourse for them to go back and forth. I think neither one of them is scared of the other one.
Oh, no.
I think Obama's up for it, and I think Trump is definitely up for it. I think neither one of them is sitting there saying, I will never, I think it's more, the only reason this won't happen.
Obama talks circles around Trump in
I
this
think the only people that will not make this happen is the people around them. It's the only people. I think Trump wants to do it. I think Obama would love to do it. And I think, you know what I'm most excited about this? Here's what I'm most excited about this. This is what would make my day if this were to happen. Say they come down, they have a conversation together. Okay? Here's my favorite part. Afterwards is for them to go and spend a couple hours just by themselves with nobody being around. Just talk. No one to be around.
Like on a playground?
No, and I'm being serious right now. No camera, no audio, no nothing. No fan base, no advisor on your side, no advisor on the other side. Just the two of you talk. Sometimes you got to talk by yourself to the person that's your enemy and just sit down and say whatever the hell you want to say that's not on camera. What do you want to tell them? Talk to each other.
I see that being way, way, way less likely than the actual.
Well, hang on.
I don't see it less likely.
Let me interrupt.
Yeah.
Go back and look what happened to Camp David Peace Accords. They took a break. And without their handlers, they were all going to take a break and just go amongst themselves. Carter over here, Begin over here, Sadat over here. But Begin and Sadat took a walk through the woods. It's not really woods, it's paths at Camp David together without their handlers and without the media. And they say that there were breakthrough elements on that walk, and it was away from the cameras. Pat, I don't know if you've been studying this or everything, but what you're saying, history shows it's correct. Yeah, history shows it right. A little time together, one-on-one, would facilitate, and it happened.
I don't think that it wouldn't. I just think, I can't see the handlers letting it happen. I can't see the teams letting it happen. We live in a time, guys, build back better is everywhere. But a year before they broke it, they're going to build it back better. They're the ones that broke it.
But they're the ones that would do it. They're the ones that would do it. If there's any two people that would do it, it's the two of them. Like, you know, it's like go play a round of golf with nobody, just Secret Service outside, but nobody can hear your conversations. Go spend a couple hours together. What does the world do if they see these two guys golfing 18 holes, 9 holes?
They've experienced something only 40 other people on Earth have ever experienced. That's it.
43 other have experienced.
That's it, right? So...
Yeah, so absolutely. But at this point, again, this is the part. Does Obama think for himself, or is he afraid of what other people tell him what to do? You think Obama's going to be the person that's going to say, hey, don't say that, Obama? And Obama's like, okay, I'm not going to say it.
I think there are elements of that, yeah.
I disagree. I think Obama knows what he's all about. I think Trump knows what he's all about.
As far as maybe some things that will not work in the campaign, I agree. Don't wear this tie. Wear this, that kind of stuff. Of course, he's going to okay, you're the expert in this area. You think someone's going to be able to say, hey, don't say that policy or this or that, or, okay, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to do that. I think he's going to do what he's going to do. And I think Trump's going to do what Trump's going to do. Heck, we know when he was president, nobody could tell him what to do. Some of the stuff he would do, you're like, that was not a good move right there.
You think if Obama was completely autonomous, he would have extended the Bush tax cuts? I don't think so.
If Obama was autonomous, would he have
completely autonomous? Would he have extended the Bush tax cuts?
But that was a part of his message. He felt the solution was to raise taxes. He felt that was the solution.
Yeah. So he extended the Bush tax cuts. So what I'm saying is I don't know if I see Barack Obama. I see Donald Trump less this way, but I see Barack Obama more as the front man of a team than as an individual driving force.
I don't know. I see it differently. I see he's at a phase of his life. Did you see his interview with Letterman? Did you see his interview when he did with Letterman?
Yep.
Have you seen some of the stuff that he's done after presidency? I've seen all his work. Mm-hmm. And he looks like a kind of guy that just wants to have his fun and live his life. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.